Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. We're going to go ahead and do a gameplay review of Outlaw Troopers. I've mentioned this a few times. I've been so interested in doing a gameplay review on this one. So thankfully I've teamed up with the FGL folks and we're going to go ahead and do a gameplay review now, and we're also going to give away a few of the promo packs. So wait until the end where we'll go ahead and tell you how to access or enter to win your chance to win some of these packs. All right. What is Outlaw Troopers? It is an interactive game. It's also a resource management where you try and battle and take over the world and build your empire, all out in space. So if you're a space lover and you like those kind of games, this game is really good. Plus, I love the fact that it interacts with other FGL games. If you're not familiar with who FGL is, I've mentioned them a number of times in other videos. They're a development team that came from iOS apps and that kind of atmosphere, came over to the Play to Earn and have been crushing it. They have 3 games out right now: Cosmic Clash, Mecha World, and now Outlaw Troopers. They interact with each other, which is neat, and I have a feeling that's going to happen more and more often. The token FGL is used in all 3, so that gives it demand throughout the different games. So it's one of those things that if you're looking for a platform to get on and you love the space age style games, all 3 of the games cover that, and all 3 of the games are pretty good. Definitely worth checking out. So let's talk through it. Actually, before we talk through it, let me go ahead and do my normal disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Please make sure you do your own research before you jump into any games. Make sure it's right for your situation. Don't just listen to my video, my voice, because I'm a gamer. Make sure it's right for you. All right, that's out of the way. Let's go ahead and dive into it. This is the website. I'll have a link in the description down below, outlawtroopers.io. You go ahead and go there, and it gives you some background on what the game is. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on this because I want to go ahead and show you the gameplay. There's a lot of different elements to the gameplay itself, a lot of different parts to it, so I want to spend a lot of time on that rather than just the website. But basically, you're trying to build your own empire. You're sending troops on missions. You're trying to collect different pieces of equipment and robots where you can go ahead and use the boost, or I should say the gears. And you can also put other parts together to build robots that are going to help you out throughout the game. So lots of different parts to it. It's a neat thing. Plus, there is a skill-based part of it that I'll show you here in a second called the encounters. That'll really give you a chance to go ahead and check it out. You can upgrade your ships to different things. Lots of neat things. They do have a roadmap going on. Won't spend too much time on that because I want to actually show the gameplay itself. But it's from a solid team that's put out some solid projects and are here for the long run. So definitely worth checking out. Before we jump into the game, what I want to do is I want to jump over and open a few packs to show you what to expect when you're opening some of these packs. Hopefully we get some good cards. And then we'll go ahead and talk a little bit about the giveaway. But again, we're going to wait till the end to talk about that. Then we'll jump into the game itself. All right, so let's go ahead and jump over and open a few of the packs. All right, we're over here in Atomic Hub, and I'm lucky enough to have 8 of the promo packs. Hang on to the end of the video because we're going to go ahead and give a bunch of these away. It's probably already available, but you got to hang out to the end of the video just to find out how you're going to go ahead and get them, or at least enter to be able to win them is what I should say. What's in each of these promo packs? They come with 1 Outlaw Trooper. Basically, you have an 85% chance of getting common and a 15% chance of getting rare. So let's go ahead and open a few of these so you at least know what to expect when you're opening these packs. So let's just check out a few of these, see what we get out of them, and then we'll go ahead and jump over to the game and test them out. So here's number 1. And there we go. We got this guy here. It's common. Let's see if we can, hopefully we can get something better. Hopefully we can get a rare out of this. That'd be awesome if we could pull a rare. That would help quite a bit. So here's number 2. We're going to give it a try. We got another common, same guy. Let's try it again. We're going to try and do 2 more of these. And then we'll jump over to the game and check it out. So let's see what we got on this one. Cross your fingers for a rare. There we go. We got a rare. I love it. I love it. So we'll actually go ahead and stop there. I may open 1 or 2, or I may open 1 more at some point. But I want to save a bunch for the giveaway. So hang on to the end of the video. Now let's go ahead over to the game itself and test it out. All right, now that we have our packs open, we have 4 different items that we're going to go through. Thankfully, we got one of the rares. Let's go ahead and dive into the game itself. When you first get into the game, just full transparency, I've been playing it a few days just to make sure that I understand the different parts of it. But when you first jump into it, it actually gives you a tutorial, which is neat to see. I don't see that a lot on play-to-earn games where they walk you through the first mission and a few different items just to get you a little more familiar with the game. It's a cool approach that they have. Great job, FGL folks. I wish more games would do that. Just the intro walkthrough is neat to see. But I've already been through that, so I'm not going to show you that on this one. But I did want to go ahead and go through the different parts. The top section you see here are the different sections. Then the next one is basically your wallet information. You see I'm level 7. I have 15 FGL in my wallet. I also have some credits, and I have some of the in-game materials that you use to build. You can go ahead, if depending on when you're watching this, jump into their season 1 details, and then you scroll down and you're going to go ahead and see what ships you have out on missions. And then on the bottom here is a quick summary of what's going on. This is how many credits I'm producing a second. This is how many of the materials I'm producing every second, how many things I have on missions. Then we have different other encounters, any messages that you've gotten, and the current version in case you have an issue. You can tell them what version that you're on. But let's go ahead and dive in. If I click on Empire, the first thing after you go through the tutorial that I would suggest that you do is go ahead, depending on how many of the troopers that you have, you're going to want some ships. So you go to Terminal, you're going to have plenty of options here. Most likely you're going to start out with this one right here, the Drifter. It is the cheapest. Within a day or so, you can go ahead and build up, depending on how many troopers you have. You can run them on missions and build up your credits. So what I did initially, since I have 4 troopers, I went over here to missions, and they give you some tokens to go ahead and start out the game as you go through the process itself. So you can go ahead and buy one of these drifters, take one of your troopers, go over to missions, and run this first mission, which is the heist. This will be part of the tutorial that they take you through, so they'll show you how to actually do this. And if you do a couple of these in the heist, or one, it's just going to take a little bit longer if you only have 1 trooper. Do the heist for a little bit, and it's going to give you credits. It's going to give you a number of credits per second, so you can go ahead and build up to the point where you can go ahead and upgrade to higher ships that you basically you don't need to own these ships. You're just renting them for the season, and it's all with the in-game credits. Essentially, every time you go up to another ship, it gives you more of a bonus. You see that increases mission rewards and ship defense by 20%. Then it increases it to 40%. And right now, I'm up to the 70%. I eventually want to get up here. If I save for a few more days, I could get to that. We'll get to there here probably by some point in the weekend. But your goal is to get to higher ships because they're going to give you different rewards. That's one of the goals. And to do that, you go over to missions, and I'll go ahead and set one of my guys up to run this mission. You go ahead and click on that, and then it's going to ask you for your ship. It's going to ask you for your trooper, and you can go ahead and add a gear. A gear adds different bonuses to the overall mission, whether it reduces the cost of the mission. This is free, so I don't need to worry about reducing the cost of it. Then you see the report of bonuses that you have on the side here. So you're going to go ahead and click on the first one. You're going to go ahead and add a ship. I have 2 of these guys, so let's go ahead and add this one. And then we'll go ahead and add one of my troopers. I'm saving my rare one for a different section that I'm going to show you. But let's go ahead and add my common in there. You're going to see that it's going to produce me 136 credits per second. If I added a gear to the end of this, like I said, the gear that I have is only going to decrease the cost, which doesn't really matter with free. So then you go ahead and confirm, and you'll see this is going to go from 315 up to 4 something. So let's go ahead and do that. And you see this is where it counts up here. So it's going to take a second for it to jump in there completely. Wait for it. There we go. Now it's up to 458 per second. Producing, like I said, I'm trying to get up to that highest tier ship because it gives you 110 bonus, which I think is good. As far as the other missions go, there are additional missions. This one does the material, the Arcurium. which is needed for some of the other missions, specifically this one where you can go ahead and get gears. It costs, this is where you start getting into the cost. Basically, it's going to cost you 110 just to run it, and in 114 minutes, you're going to get a gear. So it's a random gear per that time. What I can do is I can go ahead and I'll just show you an example. If I put this guy in there, it reduces it to 74 minutes. Depending on the rarities, depending on the level of ships that you have. Now, basically every hour I can go ahead and get a gear, which is pretty cool. And then if I go ahead and add a gear to this, the one gear that I do have, it reduces the cost. So let's go ahead and confirm that. So now I've reduced it. It's going to only cost me 89 octorium per second. And it's every hour roughly, I'm going to go ahead and get a gear which I can use to boost, which I'll probably end up doing after this video. Let me show you some of the other missions. The other key mission that you have here is the hacking. You're using credits, and then you're trying to go ahead and you're basically getting keys. And the keys are going to be used as encounters. That's the interactive part of the game, which I'll show you here in a second. It is also part of the tutorial. So as you walk through, you'll be able to see it in more detail. So we'll get to that here in a second. We also have jobs where you can run jobs and get different parts that allow you to manufacture or build different gears if you want to. You can read through the job description and basically the benefits. You're trying to get about 100 robot parts to go ahead and merge, or 500, depending on what you're looking to merge it into. Terminal we already covered. This is where you go ahead and virtually rent some ships. I believe if you have some ships in Cosmic Clash, they do transfer over, so you can use them, so you don't have to spend them to go ahead and rent. The renting is actually really cheap if you have a few of the troopers. I'm actually happy with how cheap it is, because even if I was in Cosmic Clash, I wouldn't have some epic or legendary ships then that I'd be able to use in here. I can just rent them for 5 million, and you rent it for the entire season. So it's not a bad price at all to go ahead and rent them if you're not into Cosmic Clash. We will get to the encounters in here in a second. I'll show you that. Virtual inventory shows you what I currently have in my inventory. I have a gear, I have some robot parts, and I have two access keys that are used in the encounters. The black market, this is where you can go ahead and sell and purchase different things throughout the game. You create the different NFTs depending on the parts that you have, and you can go ahead and sell them on the secondary market. And then we have the space stations, which I don't use a ton of those. This is if you own a space station. This shows you the rate that you're going to get. If you're able to go ahead and own a space station, more power to you, because that's basically the land in game. It's something that everybody wants, because it's basically passive income. All right, and then you have the leaderboards, which is what you're trying to earn throughout each season. Season 1 leaderboards. If you get high enough on the leaderboards, you go ahead and you can earn a bunch of cool prizes. So definitely worth shooting for that. Right now, I am not even remotely close to being on this list. I started a little bit late, and I also I don't really have I'm not really high level. I'm only level 7. There we go. I'm actually 100 on the list, which I'm a little surprised by. So as long as I stay this or I continue to improve, I'll get one common trooper. The prizes really start at 57 and above is where you start getting some rare troopers and multiple troopers. So, I'll give it a shot. I won't get in the top 5, but maybe I'll get some rare troopers out of this, which would be pretty neat. It's a neat addition that they have on there. And they also have weekly competitions too, where you can get FGL, which I am not doing too bad. Again, I am 55 on this list, but I need to get, I think, in the top 18 in order to win something. So we'll keep pushing for that. I did finally get some keys, so let's go ahead and encounters. This is the interactive part of it. You're coming here. It's by tier. You can either do the week 2 special. That's only per week. You can do it 3 times a day. It costs 99 FGL to go ahead and run it. FGL isn't bad on the Outcore market if you don't have any. You also earn it in the game. But we'll go ahead and do this tier 1 one, and it's going to cost me 1 access key. And let's go ahead and click on it. It's going to ask me who I want to throw in there. I'm going to go ahead and do my top ship that I have, the legendary. I'll go ahead and use my rare because it's a little bit stronger. And then we'll go ahead and jump in there. Basically, these are the types of rewards that you can have throughout it. I could use a gear, but it's only an access key. It's not any FGL to get in there. So reducing it by 10% won't really do anything. So let's go ahead and confirm the deployment. I'll go ahead and pay with my key that I have there. And essentially what's going to happen is this is your ship. There's going to be other ships that come into place, and you want to tap, move around, and attack those. You can keep moving around and attacking. You have different keys that you can use if you see here, which I'm not going to use in this one because we're so early into the game. Now I have a choice. I'm going to probably go down to here because I want to get these. So let's go here. You can click the different sections, and then you're moving around. By clicking a location is where you're going to go. We're actually going to use some of these like this. Let's go ahead after this guy. Actually, I'm not going to use the laser yet, but when you get a lot of these guys around you, the W is a nice sonic boom that you have. Also, I'm going to go ahead and use it here. It attacks multiple. That little laser beam, so we'll go ahead and use that. Trying to get this guy out of here. And there we go. We were able to get that one. So that's a nice reward that we were able to pull out. We're going to keep going through. Oh. Apparently there's multiple phases in this attack. So we're going to keep going through the process of getting these guys. This guy's a little higher tier, a little tougher. So we're going to go after him to try and get him off the map so we can go ahead and attack some of the other guys. And now I'm going to go ahead and use my Sonic Blast. And then I can go ahead and use my laser beam again. So it's a lot more interactive. I'm not the greatest at it. I'm still working through it. But there we go. We got a gear, we got a reward, and we got some Empire reputation, which helps you level up. You'll see up here the reward bonus is 1.5. You also have the difficulty. Every time you go to a different section, the difficulty rises. So let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead here. It's going to bump up to, I think, 75 difficulty. Wait a second. Please select next destination. There we go. Now we're going to go ahead and try and get another gear. The gears are nice because they give you boosts. Go ahead and attack him. And this is the interactive part. They're going to continue to improve it as we go up. I probably didn't have to use that one, but we did anyway. That is what it is. Like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still learning the best strategies. Right now I am attack and move, attack and move. Use the Sonic Blast when I have a chance. So I'm just, again, trying to learn, but it's nice because this part is much more interactive. If you get to this crown, you clear the stage. So it's up to you. Oh, I got to keep going. Sorry. As I'm talking, I should continue to move and attack. You get different items throughout the game as you level up and earn them and craft different things. Go ahead and use my laser blast. We're going to wait till this guy gets a little bit closer. Sonic boom. See, I'm in trouble now. I'm down to my armor. And I just used that. So, woo. All right, just got to attack that guy one more time. And that should have cleared the waves. Yes, I was able to get 2 gears on that. I'm going to have some trouble in this, so I'm most likely going to lose that section. So instead of going there, I'm going to go ahead and try and earn some more of this stuff. Maybe get some FGL. It is 2.63 FGL. So I'm going to go ahead and continue to fight through this and keep trying. And we'll jump back here in a second once I'm done to show you the end of it. And there we go. We are back. Yeah, I was, as the difficulty went up, I wasn't ready for it. I didn't have enough strong enough stuff. So I ended up losing that, but I was able to come away with 2 gears, 6 reputation. We can jump back here. You can kind of see I wasn't able to earn any of the FGL. That's what the claim is here. So the only thing you have to do to go back, if I would have won, if it would have got all the way up there and got to the FGL, I would have had to come here to claim my FGL. As far as the other items that I was able to earn, I can go to my virtual inventory, and it shows that I earned a few random gears. I earned a wingman, which summons a minion that can help me out in the fighting. And I also earned a bargain script, a grunt. Actually, yeah, that's the one I had. which gains me 20 additional credits per second when I'm going ahead and doing that mission and trying to produce that. So those are things that are good to have. They're out every time you get gears. They're random. You can use them as boosts, which I'll go ahead and show you. I'm going to go ahead and add that one gear, that bargain gear, the grunt gear. I think I have to call you back first. All right, we're going to go ahead and show you how this works now that I pulled that back. I went into the heist to earn credits. Going to add the gear to it because it's going to add 20 credits per second as a reward. Go ahead and use that. And there we go. And now I just hit confirm. It's going to give me, on a regular basis, 136 per second, and then 20 additionals per second. When you're in here, the one thing that I missed probably the first day that I went through, and that I suggest once you start getting some credits, once you have a spare 10,000 credits in there, go over to Empire. There's these things called Empire traits. It's going to cost you 10,000 to do random Empire traits. It gives you 5, and they are a huge bonus and a huge help with your overall production. Again, I missed this the first day, and I was struggling to get anywhere. Rolled it. You can go ahead and you can re-roll it for 20,000, and each time you re-roll it, it goes up higher and higher and higher if you don't like it. But you also have the chance of losing. Like I got an epic here, so I'm hesitant to go ahead and re-roll it since I have an epic. 2 commons, which are okay. These bonuses I can appreciate for right now. Maybe down the road I'll re-roll, see if I have any more luck. But there's some cool bonuses that you can get here. 50 additional credits, 25 additional Octurium, and so forth. So it's definitely something to check out. What are my thoughts of the overall game? I like it. I like the skill-based side of it. Obviously, I need to improve quite a bit on it. So we're still going to work through those details. And so I have to work through that. But I like it. It's a solid game that has a lot of cool features to it with the missions and the interactive encounters. You can go ahead and blend. You can level up. They have leaderboards, prizes, lots of things to love. It's a good development team behind it. So if you're looking for a new game, this is something, and you like the space realm type of things, this is definitely something you want to take a look at, see if it's right for you. All right, now let's talk about the giveaways. By the time you're watching this video, hopefully you're watching it around the time I drop it. If you go over to my Discord, which there'll be a link in the description, and we'll go ahead and give away some of those promo packs. Or we'll either give away some of the promo packs or we'll give away some of the troopers. I haven't decided yet by the time I'm recording this, but there will be a giveaway for the Outlaw Troopers. I'll be giving multiple items away, so go ahead and check out the Discord. It's going to run for 48 hours from the launch of this video. Enter to win. We'll give them away in the Discord. You must be a verified member of the Discord to go ahead and take part in that giveaway. I hope you all have a fantastic day. I hope you all have a great weekend, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.